learned English easily. Once upon a time there was a girl named Emma. She was 16 years old and lived in a small town in a country where people spoke a different language. Emma had a dream. She wanted to travel the world and speak with people from many countries. She knew that if she wanted to do that, she needed to learn English, the language spoken by millions of people around the world. At the beginning, Emma's English was very basic. She understood a little when people spoke to her, but it was very difficult for her to answer in English. The decision to learn. One day, Emma was sitting with her older sister Anna when they started talking about traveling. Anna had been to many countries and spoke English very well. Emma asked her, "How did you learn to speak English so well?" Anna smiled and said, "I worked hard and practiced every day. It wasn't easy, but with time and patience I learned." Emma felt inspired. She wanted to be like Anna. She wanted to speak English fluently and confidently. So Emma made a decision. She promised herself that she would work hard to learn English, no matter how long it took. Starting with small steps. Emma knew that she could not learn everything in one day, so she decided to start small. She began by learning new words every day. She carried a small notebook where she wrote down the words she learned. For example, she learned words like apple, friend, book, and house. Every day, Emma would review the words she had written in her notebook. She practiced saying them out loud. At first, it felt strange to speak in English, but she knew that practice would help her get better. She also started watching videos in English with subtitles. Emma liked to watch cartoons, so she found some children's cartoons in English. The characters spoke slowly and clearly, which made it easier for her to understand. Sometimes she paused the video to repeat the words she heard. This helped her learn pronunciation and improve her listening skills. Consistent practice. Every day, Emma practiced a little bit of English. She understood that if she wanted to improve, she needed to practice regularly. She woke up 30 minutes earlier every morning to study English before going to school. She would use her notebook to review vocabulary and write simple sentences. She practiced saying these sentences out loud, and every day she felt a little more confident. Sometimes, Emma felt tired after a long day at school, but she didn't give up. She knew that learning English was like learning to play an instrument. The more she practiced, the better she would get. Emma's dedication helped her make steady progress. Speaking with friends. One of the most difficult things for Emma was speaking in English. She was shy and afraid of making mistakes. But she knew that if she wanted to improve, she had to speak. Emma began practicing with her best friend, Sophia. Sophia didn't speak English very well, but they tried to communicate in English anyway. At first they made many mistakes. Sometimes, Emma didn't know how to say something and Sophia didn't understand. But they laughed together and didn't let mistakes stop them. Slowly they started using more English in their conversations. They would talk about their favorite movies, books, and dreams. Sometimes they would even play games in English. Listening and reading. Emma knew that to learn English well, she needed to practice listening and reading too. After school, she started listening to English songs. She loved music, so this was fun for her. She looked up the lyrics to understand the meaning of the songs. At first, she didn't understand every word, but she kept listening. The more she listened, the easier it became to understand the songs. Emma also began reading simple books in English. She started with books for children like fairy tales and short stories. The stories were easy to understand because they used simple words. When Emma didn't know a word, she looked it up in a dictionary. She also asked her sister Anna for help. Anna taught her how to guess the meaning of a word by looking at the context of the sentence. Using English everywhere. Emma was very diligent. She didn't want to stop learning after school or when she was at home. She decided to use English in her daily life. Every time she went to the store, she tried to speak in English. She would practice ordering food in English, even if the person at the store didn't understand her very well. She didn't mind. She knew that the more she practiced, the easier it would become. Emma also joined an online English group. In this group, people from all over the world practiced speaking and writing in English. Emma enjoyed talking to people from different countries and learning about their cultures. She felt proud that she could communicate with them in English. The first big conversation. One day, Emma got an opportunity to speak English with a native speaker. She was so excited but also nervous. The person she spoke to was a tourist who had come to her town. He asked her for directions and Emma helped him in English. She remembered everything she had learned. She spoke slowly, used simple sentences, and didn't worry about making mistakes. After the conversation, Emma felt proud. She had done it. She had spoken to someone in English and understood everything. This conversation was a big moment for Emma. It showed her that all her hard work was paying off. She knew that if she kept practicing, she would get even better. Reaching her goal. Months passed and Emma continued to work hard. She was now able to speak English with more confidence. She could watch movies without subtitles, read books, and have longer conversations in English. Her friends and family noticed how much she had improved, and they were proud of her. Emma also began to think about her future. She wanted to travel to English-speaking countries like the United States and the United Kingdom. She dreamed of meeting new people and using English to connect with them. Emma knew that with her dedication she could achieve all her dreams. Conclusion: the power of diligence. Emma's journey was not easy. She had to work hard, be patient, and practice every day. But because she was diligent and didn't give up, she learned English easily and quickly. Emma understood that learning a language is not just about studying grammar rules or memorizing vocabulary. It's about consistent practice and using English every day. If you want to learn English like Emma, remember her story. Set a goal, practice every day, don't be afraid to make mistakes, and be patient. Little by little, you will improve and soon be able to speak English confidently, just like Emma did. Thank you for watching and listening. If you liked one of the stories and you want more, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I encourage you to comment.